Hello and welcome to the Crown Energy Center Therapeutic Yoga Sequence. So we've reached the top of the energetic system, and at the very top we have our infinite lotus petals, and we open to awakening. And so in our Crown Energy Center Yoga, awakening means awakening to our bodies. It means realizing and experiencing the strength and the flexibility that we gain throughout our practice. And awakening isn't, it's not an overnight thing. It's something that we, have a little bit of every single day. And yoga is a fast track to this awakening because we are strengthening ourselves in our bodies and we're strengthening ourselves in our minds. We're creating space. Okay, so with every breath we take, we're creating more spaciousness in our inner temple. We're also creating connection. So we're connecting in with ourselves, which is awakening ourselves to what's going on in our inner world. We're also gaining wisdom. So we're studying, we're studying our bodies, we're studying how we move, what our mind's doing. And this is creating wisdom as part of our awakening experience. And a huge part of the Crown Energy Center is attention. So energy flows where our attention goes. And, if we are having negative thoughts about ourselves, about our body, about our movement, about our pain, then, our attention goes there and those things will grow in our lives rather than, become any better. And so this is how we direct consciousness with our attention. And we send our consciousness to that space, and we can either create low vibration within ourselves if we get caught in those loops of negative emotions, or we can send our consciousness and direct our consciousness to a place of, a higher vibration. And so, that's what I really kind of want everybody to focus on throughout this practice is our attention, where we are sending our attention. And this is something, you'll be able to take into all of your yoga practices as to, where you're focusing on with your energy, okay? So your consciousness, your energy, if you send your attention somewhere, if we're sitting in easy crossed legs, where can you feel that? And what attention do you want to send there? Is it that really hurts, I'm just gonna move out of that? Or is it right, I'm just gonna adjust that because there's something there for me to attend to. And send it some, loving attention, some loving energy. It's just a really interesting way to navigate the practice from the awareness of the Crown Energy Center, okay? And there's not too many poses that are just the Crown Energy Center. And so what we're going to do is a flow of all of the energy system. And so working at the root and really just making our way through the centers with the poses and with our attention until we get up to some poses at the Crown Energy Center. But the major part for yoga of the Crown Energy Center is meditation. And this is because in this space we are sending our attention to either a direct source, so either to our breath or witnessing our thoughts, and at that point when we get to know our mind, we can then move into a place of no mind, and we are united, we are yoked. So the word yoke is to unite, and that's what yoga means. And we're uniting our mind and our body, and we're uniting our consciousness with the collective consciousness too. What we're going to do is we'll do our yoga first, our asanas, our movements, and then we're going to do I'll lead a guided meditation before Shavasana. All right, cool, exciting. So we will just bring our awareness just into the body to start with. So we'll do just a short awareness practice. And so just coming into a comfortable position, bringing the hands, palms to face up, just resting lightly on the knees, closing the eyes gently. If you can't close the eyes, just find a fixed spot in front of you and just concentrate and send your attention into that space and try to look internally. And we're just going to bring our awareness to our breath. So taking some deep breaths into the lower abdomen if you can. And if not, just observing and just getting curious about where the breath reaches right here, right now. We're going to pull up through the spine, just getting our alignment so that we've got that root, that perineum just facing down towards the ground, just relaxing through the perineum, really relaxing through the pelvic floor, and just rocking just to get that sacral just stacked up on top. So we've got that core alignment beginning, the energy's flowing. And we'll get our solar plexus just stacked up on top of that. Just relaxing through the diaphragm. Keep breathing, opening up through the heart. Breathing deeply into the chest, bringing the shoulder blades together lightly down the back. Tucking the chin, becoming aware of our throat. Relaxing through the forehead. And then feeling like we're being pulled up towards the ceiling. So one of the major parts of this practice is to send our crown up and just be aware of our alignment with that crown and how we are funneling the energy, the light, directly into our auric system. So keep that breath going and just bring awareness to the breath now. Taking some deep breaths. On the inhale, bringing in the energy, and on the exhale, just sending out any stagnant energy that's not needed anymore. Inhaling in good, fresh, new prana. Exhale, just sending out any energy, anything that's built up over the last few days. It's been pretty full on for me this last few days. It's been the eclipse, the lunar eclipse and the full moon. And it's been emotion central. I don't know how you guys are standing with that. Beginning of June, but sending lots of love and strength and healing energy to you with these energy inhales now. And just scanning down the body and seeing where you're holding any tension right here, right now. See if you can relax, sending your attention now to those points of tension and just releasing them, giving them some love, saying thank you for trying to protect and hold on and, prepare me for action, but I'm just going to relax now. Just going to really let go. And we're just going to see where we can take our practice and really become one with the practice. So where we can become one and make it a meditative practice and really connect our focus and our attention internally and really become as silent as we can inside. And just observing all those reasons why there's no silence. Deep breathing. Releasing tension. Lovely, lovely. All right. Now we're going to turn around on our mats now. And we're going to lay all the way back, and we're just going to start with our root chakra. So bringing our knees into our chest, we're going to start with the hands to knees pose. So we're just going to gently push down. We're going to externally rotate the shoulders and really get that strong foundation with the upper back and the whole of the back. And we're going to just lightly pull those knees in towards the chest. And as we do, bringing our awareness now to our root chakra area. Breathing directly in. Releasing any tension there. Just visualizing now roots coming down and out of the base of the spine and the perineum. And they're going to grow. How are your roots looking today? How grounded are you feeling? how secure and safe, right here, right now. No judgment, just getting super curious. Breathing directly into the root. Visualizing the healing, cleansing energy. And those roots are going to make their way down through the floor, into the earth, into the matrix of Mother Earth, drawing up fresh, new, dense energy of the matter, of the mother. As we connect in energetically with the mother, Pachamama, Mother Earth. We say thank you for your support, thank you for your strength. Thank you for taking anything that I don't need in my system anymore, and just visualize anything that has already been holding you back from feeling safe, from feeling secure. Send it back down in trust. Deep breaths. Nice. And then we're just going to release the knees, bring the palms to face up, and then we're just going to lower the feet down, but just hover them. Just hover them gently down over the floor. And we're going to breathe there, just seeing what's happening to the pelvic floor. Just release the pelvic floor. Don't hold on. You're okay, your body's got this. Just relax, release. And just feel that root now, just feel it, and the energy just building up there. Building up, focus your attention there. We're building up the energy, we're clearing out the stagnancy, we're washing it through. You can visualize it spinning like a disc down there. Spinning and spinning and spinning, speeding up. So it spins out any of the energy that we don't need anymore. Nice, and then we'll just bring those knees back into the chest, pulling them gently in towards the body now. Keeping those shoulders externally rotated, upper back flat to the floor. And just see where you're holding tension again and just release. No tension in the jaw. So good to yawn. And then we're just going to release the legs all the way down and pop the feet just hip distance apart. Release and just feel that relaxation response throughout the lower energy centers. So hope, faith, belief, placebo, whatever it is you want to call it, all these things are basically sending attention in a positive way. And this is what we're going to do with our practice. So everything's going to be, where can we send positive energy? Where can we send the light to wash through the dark? And we're going to ground our feet now. Spread the toes. Really imagine that those feet are grounding down into earth. And we're really going to push that foundation into the earth. We become one with Mother Earth. And we're going to push into the feet, engage the inner legs in towards each other and send those hips up. Externally rotate the shoulders, taking hold of the hands underneath the upper body, push those hips away. And we're in bridge pose. We're going to breathe here. And we're going to open up. Feel that sacral now, just expanding as you push those hips up. The front of the sacral and the back of the sacral just being nicely toned with this back bend. All of the energy centers opening up. What's happening? Where can you feel the energy? Keep breathing. Pushing down into the feet. Keep sending the hips up. Can engage through the bum a little bit. And we're going to have 5 more counts here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Releasing through the pelvic floor, no tension there, please. And then rolling that spine all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. have a bit of a rebound. Just feel where you can sense the energy flow and dissipate. I can feel my sacral pulsing. And then working into the hips, we're going to come into our thread the needle. So we're just going to take the left leg and just pop it over the right knee and just above the knee, in that soft spot just above the knee, resting that ankle. We're going to just externally rotate that left hip, so the left femur is coming out of the left hip bone. And we're going to thread the needle. So we'll take the left arm and just take it in between the legs and hook it around the other hand. We're going to open up through the hips. Opening up through the hips. So all these hips are connected to our sacral, our emotional center, center of the I feel. Where can you feel? So the hips are the largest joint in the body, and this is why they store the most amount of tension. And men have very, very tight hips. And we're going to pull that leg in towards, so just working with your edge. Where can you feel the back of the hamstring also connected to the root? Our fight or flight muscle. Breathing. Into the belly. Where can you send your attention? And you can send it with the breath. So on an inhale, we're bringing in the energy, bringing in the light, and then on the exhale, where do you want to send it? Send your attention there. Imagine that you're opening that area up with the light. So it could be the hammy, it could be the side of the hip, whatever it is, just become aware and attentive. Beautiful. Then we're just going to unlock the fingers and lower that right foot all the way down onto the mat. Take that left foot, bring it back down onto the mat too. And we'll do that on the other side, of course. So we'll bring the right foot now so that the ankle's just above the knee on that little soft funny bone area. And then we're going to interlace the hands, send that right arm through. Just notice you might be a bit more open on one side than the other. Which side is more open? Is it the left or the right? Remembering that right is masculine, it's giving, it's action. And the left is feminine. It's receiving, letting go. Just breathing now. So you can relax that leg down. Working with the edges, can you bring your knee in a little bit closer towards the chest? Breathing. Beautiful. And then on an exhale, we're going to send those legs all the way down. So feet are on the mat. And then we're going to come into another hip opener. We're going to come into happy baby. And so just taking hold of the outside of the feet and trying to flatten the upper back. So externally rotate the shoulders, elongate through the back of the neck, tuck the chin so we're not compressing the neck. And we're just going to open up those hips and send the thighs down towards the mat. And we'll breathe here. Just feeling those hips just opening up. Just squeezing those hips. See if you can send those thighs down. And just sending your attention to just those little nooks and crannies, you know. Feel them just in between the hips, the front of the pelvis there. Or it might be in your groin, might be in the hammies, wherever you feel it. Send some light. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Breathing into the belly. And with your eyes closed, just really feeling into if that sensation of energy flow is increased. And we're going to breathe and expand and create space in that area. Beautiful. And then we can just release the feet, and we'll send the feet all the way back down onto the mat now. And we can send the legs out to the front, and we're just going to have a rebound. Bringing awareness now to those lower energy centers. What can you feel? Can you feel release? Lovely. All right. Moving into our solar plexus, and we're going to do our boat pose. And we can either do this with bent knees, or we can do this with straight legs. So, yeah, just whatever you feel like you want to do today. And we're going to do it 3 times. We're going to cross the ankles in between each one, all right? So just coming back onto the back of the sitting bones, and we're going to extend the legs up. So straighten them or keep them bent at the knees, and we're going to pull those lower chakras in towards the legs. So pulling the solar plexus in towards the legs, and we're going to do 5 breaths and then cross the ankles for 3. So crossing the ankles, breathing here, and then we're going to extend the legs again. So 5 breaths. And then we're going to cross at the ankles, and we're going to keep smiling because this is super fun, right? And we're going to do it one more time. So either keep them bent or keep them straight. 4, 5. Awesome. And then lower down. Good job. That's it. Nice. And then we'll just take a breath here, just breathing directly into the solar plexus. Feel that strength that we're cultivating, but gaining our awareness, gaining an awakening around our strength that we're cultivating right here in this moment on our mats. Beautiful work. All right, now we'll come into our Eastern stretch. So we're going to extend the legs out, and this is another one for our solar plexus. So we'll bring the fingers in towards the body, in towards the bum, and we're going to extend the legs, keep the legs straight, and send the toes down towards the mat. So we're aiming to get those feet flat on the mat. And if that's not something that is available to you, we'll do feet hip distance apart and just send it up into tabletop, okay? I'm going to do legs straight, and this is all about the core, so engaging through the core and really activating that energy center of our personal power. All right, so on the inhale, we're going to send those toes down. A nice deep breath here. Send those toes down towards the mat. We can take the head back, that is available to you. And we're engaging through the bum, we're engaging through the core. So not too tight in the bum, more in the core. Last inhale, and then exhale. We're going to lower all the way down. Beautiful. Again, just breathing, just releasing and feeling that pulsation now through the solar plexus. And we're going to roll over on our mats now. And we're going to come onto our fronts, and we'll just come into our cobra. So this is a really nice one for just dumping any of the unwanted energy through the front of the energy system. We're going to open up through the front of the chest, and this is a beautiful chest opener. And we're going to just breathe directly into the diaphragm, into the solar plexus. Send the tops of the feet, strong foundation through the forearms, spread the fingers, and send the crown up towards the ceiling. Where's your attention going? Can you feel that toning, that massaging of the sacral, the sacrum area, the lower spine? Can you externally rotate your shoulders, send the chest forward? Can you feel the pulsation in your solar plexus? You are here, your ego, your persona. You exist. You're one with consciousness. Lovely, nice. And then we'll spread the fingers and we can just come up into seal pose if that feels good, to just extend a little bit more. And if that's too much for you, just stay in cobra and we'll just do some breaths here, just bringing it a bit deeper. Remember, if you're not breathing, you're not doing yoga, so the breath will tell you how far it has gone for your body. If you can't breathe anymore, you've gone too far and you need to back down, back out a little bit of the pose and just come back to a comfortable space where you can breathe. Nice, and then we'll tuck the toes and we're going to send the hips up and back and we're coming into a downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, we're going to just observe ourselves from here. We're going to see if we can bring the heels down towards the ground, spread the toes, engage through the legs and the hips and the tailbone up. And then nice long back, nice long spine. Externally rotate those shoulders, internally rotate the forearms and push down in between the thumb and the first finger. Relax through the belly and breathe into the belly, so still abdominal breathing. And how beautiful are you? It's the spark of the divine that you exist. Send your consciousness and your attention of your awareness of your existence deep into your inner being now. I'm here. I'm safe. I'm love. I am my own master. Nice, beautiful. And then we're going to just come down onto our knees now. Flatten those feet onto the ground and we're going to come into puppy pose. So bringing the knees underneath the hips. So we've got that long length of the spine pushing down into the tops of the feet. Opening up across the shoulders. So we're doing a nice heart opener here. Breathing into the lungs. In our little cave of love, what's our heart telling us right now? What does your heart want to say? Sending our attention to our heart. The more attention we give our hearts, the more attention it will give us, and returning conversation, telling us all the time. All we need to do is listen. Breathing into the shoulders, where can you feel? Can you go a little bit deeper? Breathing deep into the belly. Nice. And then we'll just come out and we're going to come onto our knees now. So coming all the way up into the knees and grounding down into the tops of the shins. Pulling up the earth energy through through the legs, strong foundation, into the root, nice and relaxed through the root, nice and calm and relaxed through the sacral. So just really releasing any tension, letting the belly just go. Don't need to hold our bellies in. We're supposed to have a soft belly if we've got a healthy sacral. We don't want it too tight because the energy gets trapped there. And our sacral is so important for our creativity and our senses and our feelings. And so we're just going to pull up through the energy, and we need to feel into just a nice strength through the solar plexus. So it's more that upper, those upper abdominals that we can kind of engage and just feel that inner central core of power opening up through the heart. Now as we come into camel, we're going to bring our hands onto our hips, and we can either stay here and just come back as far as we can, or we can tuck the toes and take our hands to our heels, or we can flatten the feet and reach back towards the heels. So we're going to externally rotate those shoulders and just feel like the crown is being pulled up towards the ceiling now by a piece of silver thread. And we can help with our thumbs and just get into that lower back and just feel that with every inhale we're extending along with the spine, and with every exhale we're coming back, dropping the head back and coming into camel. Breathing here. And then gently sending those hips forward and coming all the way up to kneeling. Beautiful. And then we'll actually come into our dolphin pose. So we're going to interlace the fingers, take the thumbs together. We're going to flatten down into the forearms. We're going to tuck the toes, and we're going to send the hips up. And we're going to make sure that the head is not on the mat. And we're taking the energy into our shoulders now. So we're strengthening those shoulders and opening them up. This is preparation for our inversions. So strengthening the shoulders. We can't go into headstand until we've got strong enough shoulders. So breathing here. Nice. And then coming down, we'll take the arms up to the front, and we're just going to come into child's pose. So bringing the sitting bones back towards the heels, stretching over the shoulders. Breathing here. Where can you feel? Where can you send your love and attention? Good energy. Deep breaths. Nice. And then coming back up, and we're going to come onto our backs again, and we're going to come into a shoulder stand. So externally rotating the shoulders now. And these shoulder poses are all for our heart, strengthening through the shoulders, strengthening through the upper body, strengthening, opening. So we'll bring the feet onto the mat now, and we're going to roll that lower spine down so that lower spine is nice and grounded. And then we're going to just bring the knees in towards the chest, bring the hips up and bring the hands to the lower back. And then we're going to just shuffle those shoulders in towards each other. And we'll see if we can bring that spine so that it's vertical. Extend the back of the neck, so feeling that compression across the front of the throat. So working into our throat now. Breathing any excess energy out. A fly in my nose.
And then we're going to come into plow. So bring the feet behind us. So you might need a chair at this point. So just bring the feet behind and feel all the way up the back of the body now. Where can you feel? Try and straighten the legs if you can. Opening up those hamstrings. Breathing here. And let's see if you can bring your legs all the way back up into shoulder stand. Nice. And then we're just gonna take the hands onto the mat. You can take hold of the outside of the mat as we roll the legs all the way down, and just see if you can lower them nice and gently with the core onto the mat. Well done. All right, so we're going to do our, we'll hop up. So just nice and gently, just coming. If you need a drink, grab a drink. And we're gonna come into dancer's pose. So this one is for the crown, because what we're going to be doing is sending our crown high. So rather than going forward, we're going to be sending it high, and we are going to be sending our attention to so many different parts of the body and really trying to create balance with that attention. So we're going to bring the energy down that right foot now, grounding into the right foot, releasing the left foot, and we're going to take hold of the left foot with the left hand, push the left foot into the left hand, and bring that leg high. And we're going to ground down into that right foot, and then we're going to sweep the right arm high. So rather than bending forward, we're coming into a bit of a back bend, and we're sending that crown high. Breathing here. So we can do 5 deep breaths here. Beautiful, that's it. Nice. See how all of these poses have got all the elements really of all of the energy centers, which is why yoga is so powerful. Feeling into the body, just giving yourself a bit of a rebound. Excellent. I'm going to ground down into that left foot now. Really ground right down. See those roots coming out at the bottom of the feet as we create that foundation. And then pushing the right foot into the right hand now. Opening up to that side of the right body and bringing the left arm high. We look up to the left hand, send our attention. See if we can breathe and believe that we can do it. And watch us go. Beautiful. Well done. Yay. And releasing the foot all the way down. Just feeling through the body now. Feel the energy moving, pumping through the system. Bringing your awareness, your focus, your attention to the crown. Can you feel it pulsating there? Lovely. And then coming all the way back down to sitting, and we're going to come into our wheel pose for our final pose, and then we'll do our meditation. And so if you can't get into wheel pose, just do your bridge pose again. But if you want to give it a go, please try. Super fun. Floor, and we're opening up through the front of the body. So we're opening all of our energy centers up. So on the inhale, we're going to send those hips up and high. Ground down into the feet, ground down into the hands. And then we're going to lower the body all the way down. onto the mat and just give yourself a little bit of a rebound, just feeling into where you can feel in the body. Beautiful, excellent. And that is our poses done. And so just coming into easy cross legs now. I'm just going to guide us through a meditation. So I'm going to guide us through the full energy center cleanse, and then we're going to move into a space of meditation for a minute or so. And so just becoming aware of where your core alignment is, sending the perineum down towards the floor, down towards the ground, down towards Mother Earth. Just rocking those hips slightly and bringing that sacral just in alignment there, up to the solar plexus, opening up through the heart. And we're just going to bring our awareness back down to the root now. And our roots growing out, so nice and relaxed through the pelvic floor, that's it. And we're just going to send those roots down. So what do your roots look like right now? We're going to expand those roots now. Visualize them as bright, white, energetic roots. You can have some red roots in there too. And we're going to send them down, 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 down. So down through all of the layers of the earth now. Down through the soil, down through the rock, down through the crystal, down, 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 down through the lava, all the way down. And they're going to meet the crystal core of Mother Earth. So there's a big, beautiful crystal in the middle of Mother Earth. And we're going to send those roots down, and we're going to wrap the roots all the way around that crystal core. And here we're going to feel safe. We're going to feel connected. We're going to feel at one. We're going to feel safe in our sanctuary, in our inner world. We're going to draw the energy up from Mother Earth now. As that crystal core pumps out energy, we're going to bring it all the way up through the dense matrix, Mother Earth. Bring it all the way into us, into our root now. And just visualizing it, just clearing out the root, bringing fresh energy in, really, really pure, dense matter. The energy of liberation, bringing it in. Where can you feel? Can you feel that pulsation down there in the root? Nice. We can say, I am safe. I am wanted. I belong. And then we'll bring the energy up into the sacral now. Visualizing energy coming directly into the sacral now from the front and from the back. The frequency is the color of orange. I want you to visualize a body of water now. What does the body of water look like? Is it a large body of water? Is it turbulent water? Is it calm? Now I want you to visualize that water becoming beautifully contained and directed and flowing. As you relax through the sacral, bringing the energy directly up through the root into the sacral, and then from the front and the back, filling up with energy. And we can say, I feel, I'm sensitive. And then we're going to bring the energy up now, up through the root again, relaxing through the pelvic floor, up into the sacral, where it's going to
start moving. The energy will start moving, and it's going to send it through the body now, all through the body, and it's going to create friction, and it's going to fire up into the solar plexus. Breathing directly into the solar plexus resonates with the frequency of the color yellow. Bringing it directly into that space just below the diaphragm, and that soft space just above the belly button, just below the diaphragm. Can you feel the strength and the power there? Your internal power. This is the place where you create action. How do you feel in this area? We're going to bring fresh energy in. We're going to send stagnant energy out with our attention. Where our attention goes, energy flows, bringing energy in. You can do a few rounds of the breath of fire. Heating that area up. And then as it heats up, it's going to expand like the air above a fire expands into the air above. Hot air expands and rises, so we're going to expand that hot air, and that we're going to rise it up into the heart, so opening up through the heart. We're going to bring in energy directly from below and directly into the heart. And this is where the energy from above meets below. So we're going to bring the energy in through the crown now, and just visualizing that cosmic energy coming directly into the top of the head, meeting at the heart. So the lower and the upper are going to meet at the heart with the energy coming in. And we're going to raise our vibration in this space. Resonates with the vibration, with the frequency of the color green. I am love. I am love. I am nothing but love. And as I raise my own vibration, I raise the vibration of the whole world around me. And then we bring that expanded energy, we're going to contract it a little bit and bring it up through the throat. We can make the sound of the Ujjayi breath. Send the stagnant energy out. Do some mouth breaths. Bring it directly into the throat. Visualize that sky blue energy coming in. Right, as you go on swirling and whirling around in the throat now. I express my truth. I communicate clearly. I express my creativity. Beautiful. And then bringing the awareness up now into the third eye, just in the center of the brow there. If you look up behind your closed eyes, if you take the eyes up towards the forehead, do you feel a stretching sensation? Do you feel a tingling sensation in the third eye? What can you see behind your eyes? And we're going to breathe directly into the third eye now. Feel that tingling as you breathe white light or indigo light directly into the third eye. Breathing directly in and sending any stagnant energy of illusion, disillusion out. We're going to bring clarity of vision in, and we're going to send illusion out. We can do nostril breathing with this one. As you breathe in through the nostrils, feel that energy go directly to the third eye, the pineal gland. And then as we bring our awareness now to the top of the head, to the crown, what can we feel throughout the top of the head? Can we feel that expansion? Can we feel the tingling? Can we imagine now 1,000 infinite petaled lotus just opening up infinitely at the top of the head, just constantly opening and opening and opening and blooming and blooming and blooming. And as we do, can we visualize bright, white, cosmic light energy, sparkling light, light made of stars, light made of inspiration and ideas. Can we feel it coming into the crown, breathing it directly into the brain, filling us with new ideas, new inspiration. Feeling the brain light up. It's going to light right up. And then we're going to visualize that bright light now raining down into our auric field, washing away any stagnancy of old emotions, old thoughts. And we're going to just be filled up with fresh new thoughts of, I know the truth, I see the truth, it's crystal clear, I am awake, I am connected, I am the divine. Raining down on us, raining down on you, raining down on we. Always there, always, always there to tap into and fill up with. Nice. We're going to feel into our whole energy body now. Where can you feel the tingling? Pop them in your pins and needles. Where can you feel the tingling through the energy body? We've got chakras all over our hands and they correlate with all of the different chakras. Little fingers, root, sacral is the wedding ring finger. Middle finger is solar plexus. First finger is heart, thumb is the throat. And then in the middle is the third eye and the crown, middle of the palm. Where can you feel? Really, really nice. All right. And then we're just going to lay back into our Shavasana now. What I want to be able to do is to really see how much we can stay with our own awareness in the state of conscious awareness. Can we not fall asleep? Can we keep our attention in our inner world, watching our energy, watching the breath. Relaxing through the whole body now, making sure that we're releasing all of the tension and drifting into a state of conscious awareness.